Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's Puerto Rico taking on Puerto Rico. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shopping. And you got to love a Game 7, especially with a trip to the World Series on the line, Chris.
Yeah, the heat's turned up all the way tonight, Boone. The pressure's never higher than in a Game 7, and the pennant's on the line in this one. So it's a matter now of which team can handle it better, which team can put the nerves aside and play clean baseball one play at a time.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to stay in the moment knowing the World Series is just one win away. The stakes are sky high. I've had players tell me the highest level of pressure in the playoffs is in the LCS, not the World Series. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set, getting the nod on the mound, Hector Santiago. What do you look for here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Pitch. Good job to fight that one off. The pitch. Bounce it off. Still 1-2. And he deals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Hit hard on the ground is short. Zips it to first. 1 up, 1 down. Let's take a look at our lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right, working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those 2-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
1 down, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone. Carlos Delgado digs in now. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a foul straight back. And now the lefty. Up the middle. On to Mays. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. No scores. We head to the bottom of the first.
See how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. But he's right. He's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
We go to the bottom of the first. And the batter now, Jose Valentin. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
That was straight queso right there.
That's towards center. Sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
1 out, base is empty. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's some real power at the plate. Roberto Clemente. 2 outs. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And makes the grab. And that's the inning. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Ivan Calderon. Singing in Game 7, you're talking about the heart of the order, the big-time players. This is one of the guys that they need to come through with a big performance.
Yeah, and when you come into this situation, there's some pressure there. His teammates are looking to him to lead this one, and I think he's going to do it.
Correa over to first. And quickly one away in the second. And here's the first baseman, Joel Navarro. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Out towards right center field. Should have this one. Pulls it in for the out. Two outs, base is empty. Francisco Lindor will hit next. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that.
And that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ruben Sierra. And another ball. This one a win or go home game. For one side, you keep the World Series dream alive. For the other, the season is over. It makes for some tense, gripping action. Got him swinging. Next is the speedy first baseman, Willie Mays. That misses the zone. That's ball 2.
This is that time of the year when it comes down to this final ball game, and there's a sense of relief knowing that you've worked hard all season. You're either going to continue on in your pursuit of a World Series, or you're going to go home and get some much-needed rest.
And a swing and a miss there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next pitch way upstairs. One down, base is empty. Ripped on the ground to second. Gathers and throws to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Fastball right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And now Jose Cruz. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Calderon under it. And that ends the inning. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. inning getting started. Now, Ivan De Jesus. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Round second, digging for third. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. A triple into the opposite field gap, that gets me going right there. Just a perfect swing, man. Like he was still taking BP or something. And then instantly transitions into a base runner. Great hustle to get all the way around the third.
Here's Eddie Rosario. And here it comes.
That's the ball. 3-1.
Hard hit left side. On to Mays, and the first run of the game comes across. You gotta be kidding me. Did you see that?
Not really, Bird. I mean, it happened in the blink of an eye, it seemed, but thankfully StatCast is here to help us out. I mean, you don't see many throws across the infield that get up into the 90s, so he really reached back for that one, and he had to get the out.
Roberto Perez standing in. Just missed.
2-1.
And a weak ground ball to the left side. Correa over to first. And there's 2 down.
The second base.
So the batting order turns over. Next to hit, Joey Cora. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. And that's in for a strike. In the dirt, and the count's even at 2. Cora started after it, tried to hold up. Now look to first, and Ed Drummond right on it, says he held up. The wind of the pitch. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Cruz snags it on the run. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Puerto Rico out front here, 1-0. And we're back. Leading off, Carlos Correa. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And a 1-1. And another ball.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that one fouled off. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%. Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So now here's the DH, Cintron. Lifted in the air in center field. Says he missed one up. Puts it away for the out. And now here is Benito Santiago. Home team down a run here in Game 7. Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. The decisive 7th game of this National League Championship Series. And now Felipe Crespo. Here comes a pitch. That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. It usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Misses off the plate. Ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he grounds one to the right side. Takes it himself. And one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. And next is the designated hitter, Carlos Delgado. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Not close with that one. Full count now.
Buen días, bro.
Swings here and blasts one left field. Sierra going back. Just side of the wall.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his...
Buenos días, Gorillo. Buenos días. Dímelo, Miguelito. Bendiciones.
Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 outs, base is empty. And a curve is down and in. Ripped to short. Tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the shortstop, Jose Valentin. And another ball.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
The count 2-1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Runner on the go. Right center. Sizes this one up. And there's one away. And the batter now, Roberto Clemente. Seeing you appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Step off throw to first. Valentin dives back in safely.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Nice stop. Lindor, that's one. Double play. What a twin going to end the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're headed to the 5th. The 51s lead it 1-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the first baseman, Joel Navarro.
The first baseman.
Kicks and fires.
There's one guy that I can think about there who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Stays alive. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. And a base hit into right center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it.
Saludos.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He is a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. And the pitch. Lindor swings and blasts one. Deep left field. And it hits the fence. Navarro around third. The relay. He's safe.
Comes through with the RBI. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been. But obviously, you have to be happy with that result.
Now here is Ivan De Jesus. The pitch.
Ball.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And that is strike two.
Two strikes.
Isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that.
And now it's going to be Eddie Rosario. Next off in there for a strike. And now 1-2. Pitch. Ouch, that one drilled him into third now. So runners at the corners and one out. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see it down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. Take it off and continue.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Hector Santiago departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Eric Stubel gets the ball now.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case.
That one hit to right. Clemente in position. Makes the catch. Run tagging from third. To the plate. Save. And they're up by 3.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
So the lineup flips over. Joey Cora, the next to hit. Next offering is down low. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets to the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Rosario off the first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Puerto Rico with the lead 3-0. Bottom of the inning. Now here's the switch inning power threat, Ruben Sierra. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Lindor on to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Number 25. Willie.
Stepping in the long ball threat, Willie Mays. In the air, left field, on the move. And it's caught for the out. Two outs, base is empty. Now it's the power speed combo. Jose Cruz. Left-hand hitter waits. Down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
That one blasted deep to right. Rosario reaching back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track. 5 without allowing a hit. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Felipe Crespo. Kicks and deals. Swings and misses. And that's the first out.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. With 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
That pitch just misses the inside corner, and it's 2-2. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Well, he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 outs, base is empty. Ivan Calderon now at the plate.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there or not.
On to Mays, and that is the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The 51s have the lead, 3-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Carlos Correa. The wind of the pitch. On the ground, and that's through. Their first hit of the ball game. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, there goes the dream of the no-hitter. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Next is the DH. A switch hitter, Cintron. The 1-1. Runner on the go. And he drops it down the third baseline. Bare hand has to hurry. Got him. Nice play.
There was a time where that soft line was just totally very basic, but is increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Benito Santiago. Man at second. That one misses, and that's ball 2. Shortstop, Jose Valentin. 1-1 now. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Lindor to second, and that's 2. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching the National League Championship Series on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Joel Navarro. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Handyman. And the pitch. Swinging for the strikeout. And about front for strike 3.
Well, that's a fair ball that I'm sure he wants back with a good play. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'm not saying a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get the swing through it.
Here's Francisco Lindor. The pitch. Foul ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Chance to strike out the side down. We talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, I'll tell you what, that's Texas the first.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now at the plate, number 9.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And a bird on the leadoff single.
Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just loves the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. That is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Next to hit, Roberto Clemente. The tying run at the plate. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. At the belt and fires. Swing and deep. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A massive home run. His second home run of the series, and they tie it up. It's 3-3. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boone. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ruben Sierra. The line to kick the pitch. And that's in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. All tied up here in the late stages of Game 7. Headed down the line. And a foul ball. And a pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The pitch. Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that. And now the first baseman, Willie Mays. And now the lefty. That's to third. Now a jump throw. Mays retired at first. And now, Jose Cruz.
He's a big, strong guy. Can untie this game with one swing.
Fall off foul. 2 runs across in the inning. Here, the bottom of the 7th. And that is that. But this clutch home run gets us even again. We're tied now with 3 apiece. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. We go to the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Eddie Rosario. Here's a 1-1. And another ball. Hard hit, right side. Mays steps on the bag. First out in the top of the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Now the catcher up to hit, Roberto Perez. And now 2 balls and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. On the mound now, Hector Quinones.
Power slider guy, dude. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
One down, base is empty. That misses the zone. And now 3-1. Activity in the bullpen. Javier Lopez, the left-hander, up and throwing. And the 3-1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Joey Cora getting ready to hit.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Right-hander kick steals. In the air, left field. He's under it. Makes the grab. And there are 2 outs. Felipe Crespo digs in now. And the righty deals. That one is absolutely belted. In 1 hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Runner around third. Now a relay to the plate. The tag, and he's in there.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Now it's the DH, Carlos Delgado. That one fouled off. Foul ball still, 1-2 count. Crespo at second with 2 down. fouls it off. Still 1-2. In the air, foul off first. Drifts towards it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Carlos Francisco.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, one-run game. Up and in, 2-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Alexis Diaz, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. And that one is lifted in the air. Drops steps, heads back on. And there's one down.
The batter, number 5.
Cintrone, the next to hit. Trying to hold a one-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Santiago will hit next. The 1-1. That's to third. Throws to first in time.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Jose Valentin getting ready to hit. Chris, RBI spot in Game 7. This is the type of stuff you dream about.
Yeah, and if he can come through right here, they will never forget his name. Big opportunity. Let's see what he can do.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. And we're back. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the left field pitching change here. Fernando Cruz. And a pitch. That one the other way. On to Mays. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Joel Navarro digs in now. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Cruz, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch. Sometimes a victory is just finding out from his pitches. Splitters are thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. Not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to around the split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Frankie Lindor. And he deals. Fly ball center field. Sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And that'll do it. Offense held in check there. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. Puerto Rico on top 4-3. Alexis Diaz Gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball. We see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Well, one-run game, and now it's the switch-hitting second baseman. Center field. He's under it. Makes the grab, one down. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base. Maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
So they're down to their final out. Digging in is the switch-hitting outfielder, Ruben Sierra. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2. Diaz is just one strike away. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Swung on, belted. Crespo going back. And that does it. They win the pennant. They are champions of the National League.
Champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.